Keep going, keep going. I finally have Distant Lands, but I don't have Distant Lands treasures just yet. There's a first one. Why do you guys keep stopping? Go! I'm incorporating every last bit of whatever independence I've turned the city-states into my empire. I'm desperate here for some land, baby. I've got another one coming. These guys. This just in. Worst dressed. These guys. And 3 people don't like me, even though 2 of them, I was in an alliance with one of them. That being Genghis Khan. I probably should get an army out here. But we're at the last stage of military evolution. I really need to get walls up. I keep saying it, and I don't do it. Here. Well, you suddenly have a lot of production. Let's get a grist mill. Get some more science, because science and warehouses and all that. Let's go to Puteole. I really don't have anybody that can get a trade route. Dude, he's there. Oh, come on, man. Whatever. I have a lot of influence. And a lot of influence per turn. Which, as I've said, even with my hub... Now, you can't do what I usually did. You can't do what Johnny Don't Do does, where I was able to just unlock all this technology. Oh. Come on, man. You're still not a city yet, huh? Let's change that. Alrighty. I need you to get... Need you to get a stone cutter. And a shipyard. I need you to improve your production quickly. All in, man. Alright, we're almost at future tech already. I'm pretty surprised. Okay, yeah, I don't know why you didn't go there. Alright, let's do that. We don't have enough for a mandarin. Go! By the way, just dump them off. Look, that was then, this is now. Just dump them off. Oh my god, we're 94% of the way through. Well, that's not good at all, man. Oh yeah, before you take another step, just dump off the... Thank you. 1. All that for 1. Migrants aren't really going to help, though. That's the problem. Okay, so this is 43. 51. Madonna. There isn't a spot. Let's see, 21. No, that one. Gee, 56. Got it. Bam. All right, cool. Yeah, you need walls. You need walls immediately. As fast as walls can be built, they need to be built. Alright, I also would like... Let's get a dungeon, quick. Now this is my empire. It's a bunch of city-states that I've taken as my own. I did not get the goal. Okay, I need to get a building here. Okay, so now we can get the gold. And I already have one, so that's 2. Okay. Don't think the countdown has started, but we're getting a lot closer, a lot faster than I'd like to. And I will be studying future tech soon, so that is an issue. Now, I could promote my units. Okay. All I got is future tech. Really, I've gone all the way up. I'll go with that. Go over here. Go over there. And just come here. Studying future tech will push the end game of this period. And that was a quick one. I do still want to settle somewhere else and fill up my cap space. I don't want to keep taking city-states. But I'm not sure where I would go. Now let's go to Lindsay and let's see if I can get another merchant or mandarin. Up there it is. Wow, that is a fast frickin' exploration age. How much would this cost? 400? Let's get more marbles so we can get more... Oh yeah, there we go. Don't really need them, but whatever. Walls everywhere, baby! Man, could you imagine if I had at least 10, 15... No, at least 15 more turns? That's 2, right? No, that's 1. Yeah, I need at least 10 to get out of the Dark Age. But I ended up making a decent amount of gold, and on top of that, I haven't gotten walls everywhere that I want walls, though. That's the only problem that I'm having right now. And I'm not friendly with everybody, so I'm missing out on a good chunk of science per turn. Man, you still have a building to... Come on, man. Hurry up. Oh. The plague is hit. Okay, let me get that mandarin now. Everything is so much more expensive in this patch. That cannot be denied. Now, Frederick doesn't like me at all. Friggin' Frederick, you have no chance. No chance in hell. You've got no chance. And yet you're going to still be a brooding asshole with me. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. Get some date. Man, I got a lot of dates going on. You have many missing buildings. Let's go with the pavilion. I don't know how much it would cost to get all these things bought, but I should per turn just try to get... Well, that's not what I need, yeah. You are too new a settlement. I don't think I really need to worry about you. Let's get an observatory. I don't want to miss out on the science buildings. If I can avoid that. Let me put that here. Guess you can't spread there. Okay, what buildings do you need? Well, you need a medieval wall. I'm already sending somebody to you. I need somebody there. Just go, man. There's a settlement right here. You don't have any walls either. That's because I just converted you. That's 2. Alright, cool. It would just be me buying walls. Let me just go over here for a sec. Damn it. Well, seeing as how culture is not going to be my thing, I should focus more on the science. Now, why doesn't Frederick... I could look up why Frederick doesn't like me. It's not a problem. Alright. Let's keep going down the tree. See what we've got here. Gotta get some thumbs up. I'm missing out on... That would be 24 science per turn. I mean, I'm already at the end. It's not a big deal. Come on, Mara Jambi. You just stop being so diseased. Okay, treasure convoys. You made it to your spot. There we go. All right, more science per turn. Where would I be able to spread next? I would like to go somewhere around here. There is niter there, which would help. I don't know if there's really a good spot. As I've said, it's far too late for me to really get the economic golden age. What do I need? Another fur resource? No. Not sure where I can find one. Yeah, let's see. Nothing there. Walls everywhere. Man, this is taking you a long time. 2,000 gold, I should be able to buy... Say, do you... Let's get more happiness in production. Even if it's just one. One counts. Very much so in this numbers game. I've got to get walls around you, so... Get over this thing, huh? Probably not going to go with the whole cultural golden age aspect for the modern era about people practicing my religion, because I don't think anyone's doing that. Get that off. Observatory. I'll get the kiln, I guess. Okay, well, Frederick doesn't dislike me. Whoops. That is 2 gold resources. There's really, I guess Ahsoke is kind of running through it, but other than him, nobody's out of my realm, which is fine. Let's get walls up on here. You were ignored, Miado Jambi. Okay, future tech. About to rectify that for you. Warehouse buildings. They get science now. All of your necessary primordial builds are now there. Only a militaristic, so we'll go with 1 free war support, please. And we'll do that again, and we'll do that again, and... No! Oh boy. I really can completely... What are we doing? Come on. I can completely live with the plague. Well, no. You guys were. The plague of this age can be a nuisance, but it's not anything close to the barbarian crisis of antiquity. I cannot stand the barbarian crisis of antiquity. That is the worst crisis. If you have to face that, man, you're better off just throwing yourself to the wolves and calling it a day. Wait, do you have a... You do have a physician. We'll get over there. You've got 1 turn. Make it count. Alrighty. Take some tin from Samarkand. Okay. Walls, please. Might as well just put walls up. That's a lot of production on those two. I can't bring that to the next stage. So despite the fact I keep finding all this distant lands treasure, I once again can't get out of a dark economic age. Isn't that great? And why? Because it takes you forever to find the treasure fleets or the treasure from distant lands. And then by the time you have the treasure from distant lands, the fleets take an hour and a half to get over. Come on. Thank you. Rubies. Still not there yet. Trade ship. Is there anybody that's still Shintoist? Nope. Well, there you go. 1 holdout. I'm proud of you. Exploration comes to an end, but I get my wondrous cutscene.
Ming brilliance shone
Oh,
upon
yeah.
earth, enlightening all. The Ming banished the shadow of ignorance.
There's a scientific and a cultural golden age. Militaristic is not. It's at 0 and economic is at 0. So I do that again. 2 golden, 2 zeros. 2 darks. Well now, with that being said, Himiko is veering close to my leader in terms of level, that being Augustus, who is at 7. Yeah, we're just going to go with China. Japan, I mean. Let's go with different mementos. Don't care for a diplomatic attribute at this point. We're good. Science on military buildings. Is there another one? Science Commander level, no. Where are the science ones? Alright, fine. I'll just get a scientific attribute point. We'll keep the Eagle banner, and we'll go with Japan. So Japan, when you overbuild, which I do a lot, you gain science equal to 50% of the building's production. And we can get the Dogo, which I'm not really into that. But we also get the Zabatsu, the unique quarter, which gives you an increased number of resources. I believe it's very much like the United States or the English one, where it's more or less resource additions.
As isolated Japan turns outward, the Meiji dynasty heralds
Japan, Spain, Thailand.
embracing a world it once shut out. The Meiji streets blend kimonos with top hats under the glare of electric lights. A new dawn breaks. The world will see what Japan has to offer.
Oh, my beautiful Japan. What have you done for yourself and to yourselves? What was once the pinnacle of male horniness and overpopulation has now become underpopulation. Well, anyway, let's get back. Let's earn some city-states. Now then, starting with 232 science per turn is not bad, even though Pachacuti for some reason has more than me. And he has even gone through his additions. Okay, we're not doing that. Gain 2 free levels of commanders. I could do that, but I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Retain. I don't think that's going to work. No. Yeah, the relics, absolutely. That's no problem. Okay. Universities are good. Season's quarter. I'm already getting a free scientific attribute, so we're good. Alrighty. Let's get the grocer to put here. 16 food. I do have a lot of influence, yes, that is true. 314 science per turn at this stage, but I'm not done yet. We're going to put the tobacco in there. We're going to put the fur in there. I didn't change my capital, so I have to now live with this. Alright. Shit. This has to be a city. How much money do I have? Some. This has to go back to being a city. I'll make this a city again. There's the extent of my money. Let's get a gristmill for you. And we'll go with academics. And we'll go with natural history. Got a lot of specialists, and I don't need influence at this point. Alright. Build wonders faster. Okay. And I want 1 science for For resources, get a grocer. We'll put that in with the, let's see, that's a dungeon, that's a the banca, the garden, right? That's a bazaar. Damn it. Yeah, l'ospitale. Okay. And I'll get science based on that when it's done, the overbuilding. All right. And grocer for you. We want to keep populating. That with the bazaar. And you can kind of hang out. I do still want to get Dublin is... They are a diplomatic. Let me see. Where is the science? So Helsinki is also diplomatic. It's expansionist. I want to get a science one first. And there's still that migrant there. I could make you... Damn it. A city, and there's a migrant there. Back in a sec. Let me go find these before I go to the next turn. Let me just see if I can locate a... There's not one scientific friend... Really? There are cultural ones. Don't know if I care for cultural ones. Let's get a diplomatic one. And now that I'm here, we might as well do this. My favorite transition, everything to a hub town. San Marino is now suddenly a diplomatic one. That's a change I'm not really appreciative of. Well, we don't have to worry about a crisis here. Now all we have to do is beeline it to victory. Okay. Got a lot of gold. Doesn't seem to be making my buildings cheaper. But at this stage, getting every city-state doesn't have the same benefit. Helsinki is diplomatic now. Unless I'm misidentifying that, that seems diplomatic at this point. Yeah, might as well throw some on you. Okay. Now I have 5 more available slots to my settlement cap. Could take that into consideration. That is an 88 per turn influence spot. Everybody is getting more science per turn. What I do need, though, is I do need to become friendly with both Genghis and Frederick in order to get the last bits of my science increase, which at this point would be 24 science per turn. It's very important. Gotta have it. I also need to get my merchants out. $284 gold per turn isn't bad at this at this stage. Let's go with military science to get our walls up. I can get an increase in specialist limits or specialists to get those merchants out. I do appreciate that they got rid of that little issue with the original version where by now I'm sure you would have figured out what trade is. Jeez. Have to study it again. I'll go to Elective Republic for the sake of getting science and culture and because I feel like I'm going to remain peaceful. But whenever Shannon or the capital Yinchin, whose name has not changed, it's okay, I didn't resettle it. I should have looked at that and changed my capital. But whenever the one with the higher production per turn finishes their project, they're going to give me Oxford. And I'm going to try to settle somewhere. Have I mentioned I love trade in the modern age? You just send them. That's all you gotta do. Just go, oh yeah, right there. Boom. Increase in relationships. It is a fantastic thing. You can also find virtually everybody's towns, so you're good. Don't have to worry about it. Okay. Probably should get Bucharest because they're right up on my shit. Now, that's not to say that having scientific city-states as your own doesn't benefit you. The science on warehouse buildings is just brilliant. I love that. Okay, let's get you. We'll get a militant type so we can get a free unit. All science, Phoebe. All science. I could go with that for now. Schoolhouse, please. Now, is there a spot? Let me see. Okay, so up there I could. All right. Got to settle up there. I need to make room. Even though it says that we're militaristic, I will do what I can to avoid military advances. Now, their specialized ships or battleships are pretty damn good. Which one of you? I think you are the more productive. Want to get Oxford up quick, even though the computer never builds it. And now he doesn't like me again. Okay, you are at 79, so this should take 11 turns, isn't bad. And you are at... Whoa, you had more production. My fault. Over the observatory, overbuild, please. Gives me a little punch in the old scientific concepts. I'm glad you did that because I forgot to buy more merchants. Oh, and a stonecutter. Wait. It's not your turn yet. Hold on. Alright, we'll do it next turn. Well, I'll rub it next time. I still haven't sent anybody to him. He being Jose Rizal. Genghis, I'm hoping Genghis Khan gets off his shit fit with me and we can become at least friends again. At this stage, making these last 3 people friendly will grant me 36 more science per turn, which at this stage doesn't seem like a lot, but it is totally all in, baby. Yeah! Doesn't cost me anything. My love don't cost a thing. Schoolhouse of Rock, put on top of that. Boink. And get another one. Try to get that. Whoa, 2,200 gold per turn already. What that means is you're more or less buying whatever you want on every turn. Ouch. The dipshit computer is going to throw a settlement in between 5 towns or cities that don't belong to them. Which, once more, makes no sense. I really don't have much of an army, by the way. Should probably start thinking about building one. All right. Go with electricity. Yeah, that is true, but... Lump. Well, there are my fur resources. Geez, you don't have any path to a Genghis Khan settlement? That can't be right. Whoops. All right. So, there you are. That's better. To have some happiness. But anyway, that bit of tobacco will become even more productive towards the latter stages when I have rail stations. Keep that in mind. Okay, now I'm in the vicinity. Ashoke lost a bunch of science per turn, so I'm leading him now. Genghis Khan gained a bunch of science per turn, so I'm not leading him anymore. Let's get a settler. Right. Happiness there, happiness there. You guys are still not very friendly, so let me be careful. You need a grist mill. Let me keep you here in the shorelines. They become battleships eventually, which I think my personal boats need to be produced on their own. They cannot evolve from anything else. I think... Are they replacements to battleships? And oh, by the way, I have to save. I keep forgetting that. I could settle here. That makes no sense. I could settle here for the niter. That would be interesting. That was a fur resource. I could have done that. But I didn't. What are we at here? All right. So you still have tiles that are going to be viable. So... Military Academy would make sense to me. Is there a wonder that I want to build? Red Fort is pretty good. It's like the modernized Dur Sharakin. Fukov! Could settle there, not going to. Going to settle here. There we are. And lo and behold, I forgot to save again. I like to save when I'm done. That's the problem. When I'm done with my turn, I try to save, and then I forget to save because I want to get to the next turn. Let's get another merchant. Let's send it over to Jose Rizal because he's being a little baby. And so is Frederick. He's being a little baby. Baby. Okay. Like, there we go. Everybody... Go back to your home. And I forgot to save again. Will you remember to save? Alright, stay there. Save. Here we go. Okay, I got it. I did it. I saved. Anyway. Yes. Let's keep moving. Alright, jumping in the science per turn category. That's not bad. We don't have to get to the final stages first. We just have to finish them first. So production will be important. But considering I'm getting Oxford ready, I'm going to get 2 free techs. That should be helpful. 11 turns just to unlock natural history doesn't bode well. I do want to start with the Japanese civics first. Okay. But I'll master that. Yeah, I'll master it. Oh, righty. Let me think. Your production kind of sucks. Let's get that military academy up. Alright. Your production's not bad, so... Museum, we'll put it over the culture building. Culture building. The kiln. There you are. Jose Rizal. There we go. Alright. One more. It's this jackass. Helsinki I've already sent. Let me send one here because I just want to see what's happening on this side. What's going over on this side? Nope. Alright. Keep moving. We get electricity. We get a couple of specialist slots available. We're doing okay. And almost leading in science per turn. How about that? I do want to get one explorer, though. The plan is to win culturally with one Himiko and then scientifically with the other. That's the plan. Whether or not I accomplish that is up to myself as long as the computer cooperates. So, go with steam power. Get some twains. You are, yes, you're new from the other independent. And let's see. Let's put that here. I have a couple of universities I can research. That's fun. I do kind of want to turn you into a city now. Frederick does need a trade route. Don't forget, too, even though I'm getting a specific amount of science per turn, overbuilding gives me a scientific kick. So, got to do that as much as possible. Let's send another merchant over to Mr. Frederick. And yeah, we'll do the volcanic mountain thing. That's good. Okay, garrison unit. We'll garrison you there. And the science goes up. Look at that. Close second. But I'm going to build that up soon. So as I was saying, folks, if you do appreciate what I'm performing for you here, presenting to you here as well, I have a channel. It's called Civ on Switchman. It's linked in the homepage on this channel. Come on by and you'll see the rest of these games because I will no longer be posting these playthroughs on this channel. This is the last game I'm going to post on this channel. After this, it's all going to be on that. Saddle, 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 saddle. Okay, Kyoto, Japan. We're right. We made it. Please do me a favor. Get walls. Oh, shit, you can't. All right. Get us up it. Gonna save up for the walls. Hey, look, it's by a volcano. Fitting. Helsinki, I'm could try to get rid of, but I've already put my influence in that. So, there it stays, baby. There was a minuscule amount of room here. I could put something by the T, but that'd be close to him and he wouldn't like that. Gotta keep those friendships going, man. Can't ignore that. That's how we gain more science per turn.
I wonder
And
if
Oxford!
anyone does anything at Oxford but dream and remember.
Look at that, I produced Oxford. Never do that. Okay. 2 free techs. That's just steam engine. That's very nice. That's not bad. We'll go with fair wages. I could get some ease on that. No, let's just go straight for rocketry. Let's do that. And let me see. Is there anything that... do that one. You don't even have a schoolhouse. Let's take care of that first. Yeah, we're going to finish this, and then I'll start doing all those videos on the other channel. I am going to post another video on that channel today. I may not post one tomorrow. But maybe by Sunday, I'll hopefully win this game, and we'll hedge forward with something else. Let's just go like this. Really, I'm still trying to beat Hades too, or at least get past friggin' Scylla. The walls cost that much now? Wow, man. That's crazy. I thought museums and temples and such got too expensive. I don't have anything with you. Do I... What I could do is get you. An ironworks would make this go a little faster. As would that work for you? Okay, so we'll stop here. I will come back on tomorrow with more. Probably not going to be able to win it just yet, but we'll be close. Till then.